Hey, how's it going? You must be Jay from Blue Distributors. Is
That's
that
me.
correct? Awesome. Well, let me give you my business card first off. This has all my information, my email, my phone number. In case you need to contact me about anything, feel free to call me at any time.
Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. So, you were telling me earlier that you're a relatively busy person. I wanted to know if it's all right with you if you have just like 15 minutes to spare that we can talk about maybe a potential partnership and just generally kind of overseeing where you're at in your career.
Sure, that would be fine. I have time to spare.
All right, awesome. So before we start, I want to make sure if it's all right with you if I could take notes. That kind of helps with the flow of the conversation, just kind of be able to make sure I get everything accurately that you're saying.
Understandable. That's fine.
All right, great. So, yeah, first off, I just really wanted to know, just tell me a little bit. I did some research on LinkedIn about you, and as far as I'm concerned, I saw that you were the VP of IT at Blue Distributors, and you recently have made the switch over to CIO of Blue Distributors. That's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, it is a big deal. I just got a promotion a couple months ago, so it's really cool to be up there now.
Wow. Well, if you don't mind me asking, how long have you been working for Blue Distributors?
So I was in the IT department for about 4 months, and now I've been CIO for about three.
3 months.
Yeah, so just under a year altogether.
Yeah, so how's that going for you so far? Are you relatively happy?
I wouldn't say I'm necessarily happy just because things haven't been running as smooth as I thought they would be. A lot of it leads back to the IT department too.
Really? Oh, I could see where that's coming from. So, who else does the decision making in your company? Like, let's say that you have maybe an innovative idea or, maybe something budget related that you need to kind of put into action. Is it you that gets to make the final call?
Not necessarily. So anything minor, generally I can take care of. But whenever I bring up a new proposition, any problems I have to run everything by the CEO. And he has to approve, go through, make sure that he trusts me basically with my decisions. So that's where I'm having issues right now in my company.
Wow, I could see how that's would be pretty frustrating. Almost sounds like you can't go to the bathroom without asking you. No, I'm just
Right.
kidding. But yeah. So how big is your company currently?
I think we have about 50 employees.
50 employees. Oh, that's pretty sizable, I'd say. So before we go any further, I just want to make sure it's all right with you if I advance the conversation, and I kind of want to be able to pinpoint really the problem of that you're having and how maybe here at Gartner we could help you solve those problems.
Okay.
Yeah, awesome. So I have this little chart here, and it's talking about what we like to call the cost optimization tool. So conveniently, you were telling me how you're kind of having some trouble budgeting, correct?
Correct.
What would you say are some of these budgeting problems that you have?
So basically, a lot of the IT department has been selecting the wrong vendors, and yeah, budgeting where it doesn't need to be, vice versa. So that's the main issue right now.
Okay, well, that's convenient you say so because we actually here at Gartner have something called the cost optimization tool. And so basically, what the cost optimization tool does is it cuts unnecessary spending by 15%. Now, I know that sounds like a pretty overwhelming number, but see, what our optimization tool does is it compares IT departments from like companies that are relatively similar to ours, and it takes data from all those different companies, and it really kind of pinpoints where the allocation of money should be going towards, and just helps everyone run more efficiently. So time can be spent getting more done as opposed to scrambling around for different vendors and whatnot.
I think that's a great tool. That would definitely be helpful,
Okay.
especially because all of our problems have led back to IT and vendors,
Yeah.
the budgeting issues. So
Well, yeah, that's music to my ears, honestly. So I just want to clarify the problem before we go on. So the main reason why you'd maybe be considering a potential partnership is because you kind of can't wear two hats of being the IT and the CIO, and that your allocation of resources just is not efficient. And maybe when you have an idea, you can't really go to your CEO because I'm sure he's just as busy as you are.
Yeah, he's definitely busy, so that's super inconvenient for me. And it's just frustrating because I got this awesome promotion and I was super excited about it.
Mm-hmm.
But now that I'm here, I'm not in the IT department, and it feels like I almost have to look over and oversee them
Mm-hmm.
as I was before being VP. So it's just keeping me super busy to make things run smoothly.
Mm-hmm.
It's not working out.
I'm sure you have a family at home. You'd much rather be having working overtime, right?
Yeah, I have kids, a husband.
Yeah. So it sounds like Gartner could relatively help, at least I'd say, solve your issue of really, because here at Gartner we are committed to our IT department. A lot of different companies maybe kind of push that aside because it's not really necessarily producing numbers; it's more producing convenience, I would say. But I just want to let you know that we love innovators, people who really just want to help improve the company and make everything run smoother. Because here at Gartner, like, as much as we do care about what we do, we also care about quality of life to our employees.
I think that's important, definitely. Being able to bring an idea to light and having everyone trust you, all your coworkers, your superiors, making sure that they can trust you with decisions rather than you asking permission to share your ideas is something I'm looking for.
Well, now that we've gotten this far and I've pinpointed your problem, I'd like to know if we could advance conversation and maybe talk about not what Gartner can do for you, but if maybe you'd be able to we'd be able to advance the process to the point of talking X's and O's.
So I would be interested, but I also don't want to move. I have a family, my kids are in school.
Yeah.
And making Blue Distributors is right around the corner from my house. I built a whole life there. We're all settled. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only issue as of right now.
Well, I could really see where you're coming from. Moving the whole family is definitely an overwhelming task, and I could see why you'd be intimidated by that. But I also have another graph here, and it shows we have great public schools in our area. It seems like the quality of life is really nice there. Nice suburban homes right near our houses, and really, yeah, just people love living near Gartner and working at Gartner, and I think that's something that probably interests you, I would assume. How does that sound?
That definitely sounds intriguing to me because school is one of the most important things for my children.
Mm-hmm.
They have to go to a good school. Also, being in a suburban area is important to me. I don't want to be right in the middle of a city life with kids. So I would be interested.
What other objections would possibly prevent you from making the switch over to Gartner?
So I do like my job. It's not that I'm miserable at it or anything, but the coworkers are great. But it's just, I guess, making all my decisions and not having trust. So my CEO basically isn't trusting me with anything that I should be trusted with now that I'm CIO. So it's super frustrating. And it is a nice work environment, and I think that's important, but Gartner does sound like a very cool environment to work in. Yeah. Everybody seems trusting. I would like to maybe meet all the coworkers.
Yeah, I was going to say I would love to personally have everyone meet you and make you really feel welcome and at home here, because what I want to do is I want to make sure that you are happy and that we are engaging in this partnership efficiently, and that definitely includes having to meet everyone and knowing that we are a family and we are connected.
Right. I would definitely be interested in that. Maybe coming to the company one day, seeing day-to-day operations, getting to know some people.
Yeah. Because
that's super important to me. If you're not happy in your work environment, then it's going to show in your work.
Yeah, no, we completely agree here at Gartner, and it sounds like this partnership could definitely work out. So before I take any more time, it was really nice meeting you. And you have my business card, and feel free to contact me, and I'll be looking forward to hearing from you.
Will do. I'll definitely contact you when I want to set up a meeting, maybe come by and see the company.
That's wonderful. All right. Thank you.